Welcome on back everybody to another edition of our alternate universe mode here in WWE 2K19, where we are going to be moving along today with our championship tournament. Another 5-match card, which is what we're rolling with now at the moment, with a view maybe to increasing it some more as the roster grows here in this universe mode. Here now is a look at what we have got going on for you this week. Huge first match, absolutely huge. This one nothing to do with the tournament, but it is a huge match nonetheless. We've got Richard the Franchise Robinson going up against Alex the Blueprint Charming. Stud Rivers looks as though he's going to be returning the favour and being at ringside for Charming in this one, and as ever now we have got Buster with Robinson. Stud Rivers, by the way, had an absolutely out of this world outing really against Max Rutan in the last episode. If you have not seen that, it is up on the channel now. I implore you to go back and watch that one. What a match that was. And yeah, he's back here again tonight, but supporting, I don't know if it is his friend, his ally, or what's going on at the moment. They seem to have repaired their differences following their match at SummerSlam last minute. And in our next match along, we have got Johnny Justice. Of course, we still don't 100% know yet if he has or hasn't signed with Stephen York. He's going to be going up against Brock Cruz tonight. This is a match in the championship tournament, so it is a big one for them both. Both pretty up and down in their performances and results as of late. Justice in the ring, you can see improvement, slight improvement since he's been with Stephen York. Will that be enough against Brock Cruz tonight? Well, who knows? We will find out one way or the other, because that is going to be a match that we will be watching, and both of these guys are desperately in need of building momentum in this tournament at the moment. But after this match, we've got another one where we've got Tyson Schmidt, who won his last match out on his own, so I imagine that you can see in the next match with Jordan competing next that he'll probably be alone again today. He's going to be going up against HB Kang, who had a brilliant win last time out against Johnny Justice. It was a shock win, especially considering that Justice again had Stephen York with him at ringside. But fair play to Kang, he was much more aggressive in that outing, and it served him well. So we'll see if he can pull the same kind of thing off again tonight. Tyson, you would imagine, is going to be quite euphoric at the moment, probably after getting a shock win in his last outing as well. So interesting match, that one. And following that, like I just mentioned, we have got Jordan Smith in action tonight, and he's going to be going up against Aiden Horton of Cornerstone. Aiden Horton did actually win, I believe, his last outing against Brock Cruz, I think that was, so he's going to be on a high himself. Jordan not really so much. He's one of these up and down guys as well, and he's seen Tyson win now, which puts a little bit more pressure on him maybe. It's quite a fractious relationship at the moment between those two, so we'll see how it develops. But again, a very interesting match, and that will lead us then nicely into tonight's main event, which will see A-List Born go up against Dixon Armstrong. Another championship tournament match. Dixon's going to be looking to get back on the winning trail after losing last time out. A-List Born's been on a really good run as of late, built a lot of momentum, and it's pushed him up the standings in this tournament. So yeah, that should be a good one, and we look forward to seeing that. That will obviously be another match that we watch along with tonight. And before we do get into tonight's action, before we went on air tonight, we saw Stephen York, and he was seen backstage by our cameras talking to none other than Franklin Majors. I have no idea what this guy is doing here, but he has got a very, very interesting story. Why he's talking to Stephen York and what he's talking about, I have no idea. I'm sure that's something that we'll see develop as the weeks go by. But yeah, the potential maybe, new member of the roster. Maybe Stephen York's brought him in, but again, we'll see how it develops. But very, very shocking to see Franklin here of all places. But now it's back to tonight's action. It's the first match of the night, and we have got Johnny Justice, and he's going to be going up against Brock Cruz. And wait just a minute. Johnny Justice not just with Stephen York tonight, he has got the Viking Warrior with him as well. The one and only unbeaten Savage, Max Rutan. That is really interesting. I didn't expect that. I kind of understood it when we saw Johnny come out with Max. Maybe it is what I was trying to talk about during that match, but guys, honestly, that match last week between Stud Rivers and Rutan, it was so action-packed. It was hard to make any points, really. I really suggest that you go back and watch that one. Another potential match of the series candidate, again involving Stud Rivers. But yeah, I'm wondering why we have got Max out here tonight. Is that some mind games against Brock Cruz maybe? Just giving him that little bit more to think about, because we've seen Johnny with Stephen York and we've seen him successful. But last time out he was with Stephen York and he couldn't get the job done, so maybe, just maybe, having Rutan, who is a proven winner here in Universe Mode, out with him is something to do with that thinking. Just giving Brock that little bit more to think about. And trust me, Brock doesn't need much to be thinking about at the moment other than this match, because he has not picked up a win since back before SummerSlam. So he's in desperate need of a win. His confidence will be absolutely shot right now. He's got no momentum whatsoever, and he's up against a guy tonight who I think has improved under Stephen York in the ring. Definitely, he's learning to be more aggressive. He's not quite putting it all together all the time yet, which was his problem before, but if anyone can help Justice harness his abilities and the background that he's got and put it all together consistently, then that would be, at the moment, you've got to say, Stephen York. Again, proven track record, manager of the Viking Warrior, who is yet to drop a match here in this Universe Mode. So it is a really, really uphill task for Brock Cruz tonight. If he had the confidence and he was on a bit of a winning run, I would make him probably the favourite, regardless of the fact that the Savage and York are outside. But I've mentioned this before with Brock, he's dependent on confidence. He needs it, it's part of who he is, and at the moment he just does not have that. But it's an aggressive start from him, to be fair, with the Bulldog headlock there. Maybe he realises with Max out there, with Steve out there, that he has got to be aggressive and he's got to try get on the front foot and get this one early on tonight. But despite that Bulldog, you see now that it's actually Justice that's in control. That's a beautiful picture perfect snap suplex there from him. Again, shoots Brock into the ropes. They just bounce off one another there, and at the moment now Johnny Justice is in complete control here. He seems that little bit sharper at the moment, although saying that is going to slow him down tremendously with the size that Brock Cruz has, the strength that he has. We've seen it on many occasions. He only really needs to put one or two moves together, and the opponent, whoever he's in the ring with, will be hurting like mad. And that certainly is proving to be the case here with Justice as we go into our first cover of the night. And it is just a 1 count. But message sent there. Low drop kick as well from Brock there. Don't see that from him very often. Back to that backbreaker again. He's picking a body part here by the looks of it. Kick to the spine, but that just served to fire up Johnny Justice. And what a clothesline that was. Straight into the cover. This time we don't even get a 1 count. with the strikes coming out from Justice now. Back elbow again though. That's been a difference maker, that move so far for Brock. And it's put Justice on his back once more. Brock taking his time now. A bit of a different strategy from what he come out of the blocks with. We'll see how that works later. Nice heavy impact there on that swinging net breaker. It was slowly done as well. And he's starting to feel himself here, is Brock, and Justice does not want that to start happening. That's a shot. Oh, and that's a nasty move on the arm there. And again, Brock playing to the crowd. I would say that that's a mistake, but like I mentioned, he needs that, but it has created an opening. And what a suplex outside from Justice that was on Cruz there. That is going to be a difference maker in this match for sure. And you saw the Viking come round there. You saw Stephen York coming to get a closer look again. Potentially just giving Brock that extra little bits to think about. He's not going to want this to spill outside. Oh, great technique there from Justice. Absolutely brilliant technique on that gut wrench. But again, Brock turns it round and he's in control. Big DDT there. That's massive. I probably would have gone for a cover there if I was Brock, but he's chose not to. Instead, it's the Prelude Plex. Are we going to see Brock going for a little bit of cruise control here, or maybe just going straight for the pin? York's got involved already. And Justice manages to get himself off of his shoulders before Brock can even go for the cover there. But he's not going to take his foot off the gas, Brock. He hits the DDT, but Stephen York again getting involved, creating an opening, and oh my god, what a German suplex from Johnny Justice that was. Unbelievable, the size of this man Brock Cruz, and he's just able to deliver a release standing German suplex. That is incredible from Justice, but again, he can't stay in control of this match. Brock's got him again in the powerbomb position, just absolutely spiked him down there. The ref's in great position for once there as well, but still just the 1 count, which has got to be a bit concerning, you would imagine, for Brock with the amount of punishment he's dished out in this match. The fact that he could only keep Justice down for a 1 there has got to be a little bit worrying for him. He went for that back elbow again, missed it this time. Justice seen it coming. But all these suplexes and high impact moves that Justice is delivering to Brock, it's got to be just because the size of him is starting to take it out of him here. Although saying that, another German, he holds on. Another German, and again he holds on, showing that catch wrestling background that we know about. It's well documented. He's Justice there with a triple German suplex. Can he now put Brock away? Goes for the cover. 1. Just a 1, wow. That surprises me as well. Both of these are obviously in great condition, but they have really, it's been high impact from both of them the entire match long. And oh my god, look at the strength again of Justice here as he delivers the sudden Justice, and Brock Cruz is on his way to another loss tonight. But no, he shoots the shoulder out. I can barely believe it. Justice not losing his composure, puts him straight in the camel clutch. Will he tap? If anyone can make someone tap in this universe mode of ours, it is Johnny Justice, but Brock is saying no, not right now anyway. No submission win here for Justice. Cannot believe Cruz kicked out of that sudden Justice, and now he's back in control himself. I think that was just a 1 count. And this match has kicked into another gear right now. I don't know where they're finding this from. Another double underhook here into the backbreaker again from Brock Cruz. He certainly has come here with a game plan tonight, and he was looking for that cruise controller, could not find it. Justice now back in control. Both of these are digging really deep at this point, and it's another high impact move. And again Justice holds on for another powerbomb. And there is the triple. That's a triple German suplex delivered in this match to a man the size of Brock Cruz. And now, as if that wasn't impressive enough, we have just seen a triple powerbomb. But there's a mistake here from Justice that could serve to cost him. He really should have gone for some kind of either a pin or a submission attempt there. he did neither. He was just catching his breath, but while he was doing that, Brock was catching his breath as well. And at the moment, they're just having a standoff now. Nice technique again there from Justice. We shouldn't really be surprised as he just drives Cruz back down into the mat once more. Deadlifting him now into another gut wrench maybe. Lot of effort that one took. There was not a lot of snap on that one compared to what we were seeing earlier, but I'm quite surprised that these two are even still going at this point. And it's still extremely competitive. Really enjoying this match. Neck crank now from Cruz, and he's doing it while he's making Justice face both Stephen York and Max Rutten outside, showing absolutely no intimidation at all, Brock Cruz. And again, Justice here is allowing him to put on a show where he's feeling himself, Cruz. And he's an extremely dangerous man when he's in that mindset. Goes back to what he started this match with there, with a bulldog. And again, that technique from Justice making the difference with a pick of the legs there. Picks Cruz up now. Another suplex, the back suplex this time, but dropped high on the neck and the shoulders there was Cruz. But again, he will not let Justice build any momentum, and this match I think he's starting to turn his way slowly. I cannot believe he's still in it. When he's feeling himself and he's in form, Brock, he's definitely a threat on this roster. He's just not been able to do that much, and I'm surprised he's been able to do it in this match, to be honest, with Stephen York and her Viking Warrior outside. Again, as soon as it spills outside, here comes Rutten now. But look at the strikes from Justice as he starts to turn this match back in his favour. As soon as I say that, Brock take control again. Rutten looked like he was going to get involved. Maybe he was told by York not to there, because of course disqualifications are a thing in this match. Justice now throws Cruz back into the ring. Rutten was itching to beat somebody up there. You could just see it in him. I don't know what Justice was going for there, but Brock's blocked it, and Justice is in trouble here. Are we going to go for a little bit of cruise control? We are indeed, and it's in the centre of the ring as well. Johnny Justice is in big trouble now. He's really cranking back on this. That lower back has got the knee stumped in it, and he's been working on that all match long. Goes for the cover, but Stephen York paying dividends for Johnny Justice once again there. Distracting the ref. Brock's gone over and started having a go at him, understandably. But this is creating an opening again for Justice, but this time he could not get back up quick enough, and Brock is staying in control. Well, I say that, and again, Justice starts fighting back, trying to shake off that. He's got to have so much pain searing through that neck and that lower back right now from that cruise control. But you wouldn't think it. He's going back to what brought him to the dance. Maybe this is all instinct at this point from Justice. We know about his Muay Thai background and things like that. And that catch wrestling there, we see the technique again. It's 2, and no, it's not 3 even at this point. What a fight it has been between these two. Neck crank this time, it is from Justice to Cruz. Little bit of turnabouts is fair play there from Justice. Going for the cover again. I think he wants out of here now. It's 1, it's 2, and it is no, it's not 3 still. I think Justice is running quite close to empty now, and he's knows he's been in a fight, and I think he wants out of here. He really wants to end this. You just see the barrage of vicious strikes there, and there's that big scream. He's trying to summon up something here. Is it going to end the match? Whatever it is, double axe handle to the back there. Picks up Cruz now, but Cruz was waiting for that, it feels like. And again, Stephen York getting involved on the part of Justice, and another big Sambo suplex there. And is that going to be all? It's not, because Cruz is back up to his feet again. He has really got the bit between his teeth tonight, and Justice wisely pulls himself out of the ring. I don't know how wise it is though. I understand from Brock that he doesn't want Justice getting any win back, but going outside in this match in particular for him could prove to be his undoing. He's fighting back at the moment though with all he's got. Gets back into the ring. That's the smart thing for him to do. He is on his own, remember. And here is Justice now. He's going to look for the end again. Another powerbomb. That's the 4th in this match. Make that the 5th. And he is going to go for the hat trick again. He hits it again. And surely this time he does. Straight into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No, not 3. Again. Somehow again. Cruz kicks out. Now Justice has had enough. It looks like he's lining up for the sudden Justice. He has Brock Cruz up on the shoulders. Here we go. Bang into the sudden Justice. Hooks the leg. And Cruz manages to get his hand on that bottom rope to break up the pin. And he survives another day. But for how much longer? Justice misses from the top rope. You very, very rarely see him go up there. That's a show of desperation, I think. Here is that prelude plex again. Almost clean out of the ring this time. Even Rutan was like, my God, with that. And here we go. Into the cover. No interference this time. 1, 2, and 3. And Brock Cruz has earned this win the hard way tonight. But that has to be considered an upset. Look at that prelude plex. It is a thing of beauty. The amount of time Stephen York got involved tonight on Justice's part is absolutely unreal. But Brock would not be denied tonight, and he comes away with probably the most hard fought win in this universe mode, I would say, just because of the numbers on the outside and everything as well. But I talked about the match between Rutan and Stud Rivers last week, and the match that Rivers was in before. This one is right up there with those. What an unbelievable performance from the both of them. But for Cruz to come out with a win tonight, that is him at his best. And when he is at his best, like I mentioned earlier, he is a real threat in this universe mode, in this tournament. But he has to put it together consistently. If he can do that, he will be hard to stop. And congratulations to him for tonight. And from that we go to other results from other matches tonight, where we saw the franchise pick up a win over Alex Charming, and a tough win it was as well. Hard earned, that one. And maybe just as much as what we just seen with Johnny Justice and Brock Cruz. But after the match, our backstage correspondent Jacob, actually on the ramp, caught Robinson and asked him about what he thought about what Henry Bobby said, and what he thought about Dixon Armstrong's comments as well. Let's take you to that now. Frankly, I do not give a damn about what Henry Bobby has got to say, what Dixon Armstrong has got to say. Let's first address Dixon. You were a loser long before anything happened with me and George Blake. You only have to check your record to see how much of a loser you actually are. It would be a good idea for you to keep your name from out of my mouth. Have you not seen what happens to people who cross me? And as for you, Henry Bobby, I beat you fair and square in the middle of that ring. I got the 1, 2, 3. If you don't like it, well, you can cram it up your ass. I really do not care. You want to talk about fights, you want to talk about Extreme Rules, that seems like a brilliant idea for me. I'm more than up for that. Actually, no, do you know what? Let's go one better. You want to fight, you want to talk about fights, scraps, weapons, bring this, bring that, bring the other. Why don't we make it a last man standing match? Decisive winner, then I can move on for you. You can prove to everyone again what a loser you are. You can prove again that you don't stack up to the franchise. You can prove again everybody right, and that win that you had in that showcase match was absolutely nothing more than a fluke. As ever, strong words there from the franchise. We move on with the results. Obviously, we just saw Brock cruising. One hell of a showing from both of them, to be fair, against Johnny Justice. HBK continues that momentum, using that aggressiveness that we saw against Justice last time out for him, and that picks up another win for him. So Tyson Schmidt couldn't get it done by himself tonight, even though he did before. You have to wonder what that does to his psyche now, and well, does he need Jordan? It's a really interesting story developing between these two. The quicker the tournament's over for the Smiths, I think the better, where they can just get back into their tag team environment. Because at the moment, I think this championship tournament may just be putting a fracture in their relationship, which would be a real shame. He's not. Will he actually be happy that Jordan's picked up the win tonight? Who knows at this point, but yeah, it is up next. We have the match that I was just talking about, where Jordan Smith did pick up the win against Cornerstone's Aiden Horton, and that sees him back on the winning trail. And will he have a little smile and a little bit of glee inside that Tyson didn't win this week without him, and he has managed to win without Tyson this week? If it is going that way between these two, and it kind of seems that it is at the moment, like I just said, it is a real shame. They really need to be able to get back into their tag team environment and repair the relationship that seemingly is getting more and more fractured as the weeks go by. For Cornerstone, again, all the potential in the world with this group, but they just can't seem to put it together at the moment. And of course, we know Aiden Horton, he's not really fussed about whether he's even here or not, so that's probably helped Jordan out tonight, as we see Dixon walk into the ring for his match now, and he is attacked by this no good SOB franchise. What the hell? We saw him comment against Dixon earlier about what Dixon had to say to him about him getting involved with George Blake, how it was the franchise's fault that he lost his match last time out, and well, it might really physically be the franchise's fault if he loses tonight against A-List, as he's just getting worn out. We saw this against Henry Bobby with that steel chair, and the franchise at the moment is really going to work on Dixon in the powerbomb position now. Please no, you know what's coming here, straight through the table, no doubt. There it is, and Dixon has been laid out before the match even begins. It's a real shame for Dixon. I'm wondering whether we're even going to be able to have this match tonight, as the A-lister now makes his way to the ring for the main event. He should have an easy task tonight now, if Dixon even makes it. And wait a minute, we see there that if it isn't enough that's just happened to Dixon Armstrong, now Buster decides he's going to be in the corner of the A-lister as well, after the beating that Dixon has just taken at the hands of the franchise. Can these two stick it to Dixon anymore at the moment? That's after they beat them at SummerSlam and put George Blake out, and we still have not seen, we've still not heard from George since. We don't even know if the fella's even gonna make it back, and if he does, he's already been told by the franchise that this is far from over. And well, it seems that he's holding up to his end of what he says at the moment. He's standing behind those words, and is Dixon gonna come out to the ring now? Even if he does, there is absolutely just no way that he can be 100%. Surely his music is on, he's here, he's bouncing around, but you know inside he has got to be absolutely just hurting like hell at the moment. All those chair shots, they're driven through the table. He was laid out just a couple of minutes ago. They've managed to get him back on his feet, but again, there is just no way that he can be anywhere near 100% right now. He's coming out here purely, you've got to imagine, on pride alone. Is that going to be enough to get him through this match? We will see shortly. But he has got a very, very uphill task now. not only the A-lister, he's in great form in general anyway. He's got a lot of momentum behind him. He's got that winning feeling, and he's now against a beat up opponent, so everything at this point is against Dixon, who, let's not forget, when he first came here he said this has to work for him, he has to be somebody, he has to make it here. Well, he has made an enemy that is going to make it extremely difficult for him to do anything. And just that back elbow there at the very beginning of the match, and just look at the pain that Dixon is in already. Drops that elbow, the headbutt, sorry, but it does nothing to A-list. And again, until A-list grabbed him there, you could see that everything is just absolutely killing Dixon at the moment. And A-list feels it, and I thought for a second there he was going to go for the pin already. And you know, if he does, it might well just be enough because of what happened before the match. It is a real shame for Dixon. You kind of want to get behind him because we know how desperate he is to make it here. But yeah, it's hard to see him winning this match tonight, to be honest. Against an in-form A-list, like I said, against somebody who's winning a lot, and he's in great condition, probably feeling the best he's felt. Big DDT now. And yeah, Dixon just can't get anything going here. It is a matter of time. It's going to be a tainted win, but I'll tell you something, that A-list won't care about that. Gets Dixon on the shoulders now, and that midsection we're just seeing driven through the table with a powerbomb, gets straight across the top row. But Dixon, to his credit, this is all he knows. He's fighting and fighting and fighting. He's been fighting his whole life, so that's in and out the ring as well. Just to do something with his life, just to make it somewhere, and he's not going to give up. I tell you that much, he will not give up. It's just whether his body will give him everything that he needs. Big pile driver there, we don't see that often anymore, and you can see the impact that that's had on Dixon as well now. The midsection will already be battered, and there is that super kick to the back of the neck from the A-lister. He might just be going for a cover here because he's pulled Dixon from the ropes. He is. Ref's a little bit out of position. The crowd don't like that, and it's just the 1 count. The ref being out of position was a good thing for Dixon there, but it could be over now as the A-lister is going to look for that final cut. He doesn't manage to land it though. Dixon from somewhere has the guts to keep going, has that drive to keep pushing forward, and he's made it. He survived the first attempt at a final cut, and at the moment now he is probably on instinct alone, managing to find some offense in this match. As I say that though, catches that elbow, but then again, big clothesline there from him, and look at Buster. I was going to say something that wouldn't have been very nice there, so I just decided to be quiet. These two are out of control at the moment, the franchise and Buster. Here we go now though. Dixon lands the result, and is it going to get him the result that he wants? It's straight into the cover. It's 1, it's 2 against the A-list, but no, it's not 3, it is just 2. You saw the ref there, but Dixon's fired up now. You've got to imagine that he is just running on pure frustration and anger at the moment. He's found another gear here. Bang, across the ring we go into the single arm bulldog, and is that going to be enough? He's not even going to go for it at this point. He's hooked up. A-list here into a fisherman suplex. Is that going to be enough? It's 1, it's 2, it is, no, it's not 3. I thought that was 3. That was 2, and as close as you could possibly get to the 3 count, but to his credit, without interference there, the A-lister kicks out and manages to move forward, and now you see him just feeling himself now, the A-lister. Dixon very much on the back foot again now as the A-list finds his second win by the looks of it. Bang, with a super kick there right up underneath the chin. That could have been enough, but he's decided he's not going to go for the result either. Dixon fires back with a forearm of his own, and he hits the result again, and surely this time is Buster going to get involved? It does not look like it. It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. Dixon Armstrong take a bow. The deck has stacked massively against this man tonight, but he still would not quit. He still kept fighting, still kept driving forward through all the pain he must have been feeling from that beating from Robinson before the match. Buster getting involved when he goes for the win. He let A-List back in, but he would not be denied. If anything, what they did tonight was really fire him up. He just would not stop moving forward. He's fought through the pain, through the obstacles, picked up a huge win, and you got to wonder now what that does for him moving forwards. It's going to do a lot of good for his confidence. That goes without saying, but yeah, and when George comes back now as well, things could start looking a lot brighter for Dixon Armstrong. He deserves it. He's had to fight hard for that win, and look at him, look what it means to him. It is a nice sight to see him successful. Commiserations to A-List. I don't even know if he knew much about what was going on with Buster, with Dixon, with the franchise tonight. But he's come up short, because as much as they've hurt him, they have surely fired up Dixon, and he picks up a huge win in this tournament. But that, guys, is going to do it for our Universe Mode edition tonight. There will no doubt be another one soon. I really hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I feel like the matches have been good tonight. It's been a good show. If you agree, please show me. There's a few ways. There's the comments box, there's the like button, there's the subscribe button, and if you're really feeling helping me out, hit that share button as well. Let's get this Universe Mode out into the world. And until next time, guys, that is all from me. So enjoy the rest of your night, and bye bye.